All right. It's shining on glasses. That's always fun. Hey, raw recap for. Whoa. And that shined on my glasses. Good. Uh, Monday Night Review recap from good old Netflix, and they were. I don't remember they were. Um, that don't matter where they're from. All right. First up, we had. I should do that for fun. Oh, well, I just see that glare off there. First, Stephanie Vickers comes out there and cuts a promo, demands that Liv Morgan gets out there because, she wants her title back that she didn't lose. So, um, Liv does come out and she does bring all of Judgment Day with her, of course. And they cut a promo against each other, of course. Tells Liv to get into the ring, and they go after her. Of course, that's gonna happen. That cat just pop up. They're nuts. The cat is there. Athena. Yeah, she's in a stand back talking to Dwayne. Um, of course they attack her, and Becky Lynch gets in there to kind of help even odds, but it doesn't kind of work because Judgment Day does the beat down for all of them. The ladies do a good job at that. After a comeback from break, now it's the guys from Judgment Day coming out. So it's Judgment Day has the first two segments starting off this Monday, and Dom and JD are out, and they're complaining that why are they having this tournament to fight in heavyweight championship tournament, and the mega champion isn't part of it to fight Roman. Well, yeah, we don't need the mega champion. He has his title. He has a big one coming there. But as they're trying to do this, Javon goes by him, grabs a mic, and calls out Big Cass for what he did the last 2 weeks. JD and Dom are offended by this, so a match starts. Javon gets the win, and then after that, of course, here comes Big Cass from behind, gets blindsided, takes him out, and Javon does have a little offense and gets that, but then Dom interferes, puts his 2 cents in there because his boy got beat, and then Cass gets him with the boot and lays him out again. This is gonna be a match coming up here. They got Saturday Night's Main Event coming up, or it's gonna be on Raw. One of the two. Definitely will. Then the next match we had was the championship number contenders tournament that we were doing there. It was Ray Phoenix and El Fiscal. Ray Phoenix getting the win, which everybody's looking at going, ooh, is going to be the brothers against each other to determine who goes against Roman. Good choice. Good possibility for that one. And then they still have Stephanie and Becky going after each other backstage, and I this is looking like a triple threat for the next pay-per-view. That's what I think it's gonna be. Or they're gonna go Vicker and Becky for number one contendership. Not gonna win because Liv comes out and takes them both. I don't know. I think it's really gonna be a triple threat coming up here eventually with Liv, possibly, um, or just one. But it's looking like it could be a triple threat or something. Then we had this from last week, but Soruka and Lyra. Lyra, her character is very interesting. And uh, great match. Soul does get the win out of that. So does that make her the next one up to get a rematch? You know, with Raquel for that title. We will see, but I think they're going to go back and forth again. Um, and this happens all night. Um, Jey Uso is just gloating to Jacob too, and just antagonizing Solo and um, bossing him around all night. And this happens a couple times before the end of the show. Um, Then they have a little bit. Danhausen comes out. Monday it was Danhausen's birthday, so it's a late belated. Sorry, I hope I'm be cursed, but happy birthday, Danhausen. We love you. Um, and he has a Canon shirt. Human Monies doesn't work that well, but everybody sings happy birthday to him because he tells everybody to, which is funny. It's great, but gotta love Danhausen to that. Then they talk to the Vision there, and Braun is still in that funk that he was since last week, and they ask him, what do you want to say to Oba? Well, Austin Theory talks like he wants to fight Oba, which if he does, Theory is gonna get killed. Um, 'Cause that's the only way they can do that. He comes up to Oba and calls him out, and it's like, oh, Oba, okay, Austin, I'm gonna kill you, and he like rips his head off. Which if they don't do it that way or do it any other way, it'll be bad. I don't know. But Braun goes, whatever I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go to say to his face. He goes out there, complains about, hey, who's gonna be number one? The future calls out Oba. But instead of Oba, Paul Heyman comes out. Um, they have a little back and forth there, saying, hey, got to do the future. You got to be smart about this. Heyman's trying to tell him this. And he's like, who is this? And then Oba does come out. But it's a good back and forth promo for Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. This looking like the end of Paul Heyman with the Vision, or just with the two, and Braun possible break up with the Vision and not doing that anymore, going on his own eventually. But Oba does come out, and they wanted, Braun was like, let's go now and figure out who's the future. And Heyman stops him. He's like, no, that's not the way you do it. This is how you do it. There's some coming up with the two main guys, a pay-per-view style match. You are not going to improv that. No. There's something coming up. A Saturday Night's main event, which is a Sunday night main event in Atlanta. I think it was September 6 or 8, somewhere around there. Within the first, few days of September. I guess something like that. That's what's coming up, and that's going to do. And he tells them that is what is set up. You and him, Saturday Night's main event. That's what we're going to do. That's how you do it. Braun is happy about this. He jumps out of the ring, looks back, and then he sees Paul Heyman shaking Obafemi's hand, and he's like, "Whoa, that's interesting." It's like, but Heyman's just doing a deal, so that was his way of saying thank you, sir, for the deal. But during the promo too, and I forgot about this too. Oba did a great impression of Braun. I thought it was good. If you missed it, watch the promo and real quick, and it just real quick, but it's good. Um, but yeah, I this is going to be interesting what Braun says to Paul Heyman next Monday. This is going to be fun. Next up, we had the second match tonight. This is the first round. After this, everything is set. Um, and it was Dragon Lee against El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. Dragon Lee did get the win, but it was great to see Dr. Wagner Jr., or they call him Dr. Wagner Jr. the third, because he's a third generation superstar in AAA. Dragon Lee is a second generation there. So the best part, you can see all these guys and everything they do is great. They're featured on Raw. It's the first time that has happened. Sunday night, you get an hour on YouTube to watch. They're on YouTube. They're free on YouTube. I say that again. They are free on YouTube. Go watch. It plays every Saturday, but you can watch it anytime. AAA is great. They have some great competitors down there. But also, they did say that one of the other first rounder match was down there in AAA, and it was against Psycho Clown and La Parca. La Parca did win because Psycho Clown was distracted by another masked luchador down there interfering with them, so he would lose. I gotta watch that back and see what happened there. Didn't get a chance to watch it because we were busy on Saturday, but definitely have to watch that because it's great. Last match of the night was the IC title match for Chad Gable against Rey Mysterio. Chad Gable does retain. That was pretty much almost like a 5-star match. Awesome. Back and forth, doing everything possible. 619 a couple times, ankle lock a couple times, didn't work out, and then he got it with a roll up. Very cool. Rey Mysterio gave him his flowers, but I took his belt just like Penta did and put it around his waist to show him the respect of him being the champ. Definitely good. Does mean that Chad's going to have a good run? I hope so. It's either going to be possibly Rusev or Ethan Page taking the title off of him. I don't see anybody else. Javon Evans, eventually he'll get that. He'll get that title, but I think it would be one of those two guys that are going to come back and get the title off of him. Last segment of the night, and a lot of people are dogging on this because of, well, everybody's dogging because Bloodline is getting, it wasn't the best Bloodline segment they did, but you know what? It was fine. Roman and Jacob are out there to start, and he says, "Get out here," and Usos bring up Solo. It's crazy. Roman just lays into him because that's what he's gonna do. Says, "Hey, you should be on your knees, honoring me because he showed a video too of him when he beat him, and it says he's supposed to, be on his knees saying, "Hey, you are," but he didn't do it. Um, Jacob Fatu nails him, drops him down, puts the tongue and death grip on him for a bit, and Roman stops him and Solo's down, this and that, and then um, they then where he's getting there, Roman um, gives uh, some different Ula follows a black one because to the Usos they're his captives. Doesn't give one to Jacob. Um, Jacob is his enforcer, not his lieutenant, so that's why. But you could see that he's quite annoyed. Jacob is with this. Um, he's an enforcer. He does everything the Roman says because that's what he was told to do. Be in line. So it's kind of like he's look. Probably he's trying. It's going back to what Solo was doing to Jacob to when that story's going. So he didn't like that and he busted out. It's doing the same way. So now after that, the Usos continue the beat down of um, Solo because anyway, but this brings out LA Knight. Um, he takes out the Usos, get them out of the ring, and he stands up to Roman, and Jacob drops him, and Roman is like, no, 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 you're not going to do this. This is mine. I'll take care of it. Well, trying to get him back, and he does. Superman punch LA, drops him. Um, then he picks him up, gets Solo up, and says, "You need to do this. I'm not going to do it. Finish him." And he's all right, and he's getting there, and he says, "I'm sorry." He says, "I'm sorry" a few times. Well, he hits Roman, and it's, take it Usos out of there. Um, that was crazy. Jacob Fatu does nothing. Um, he was told not to do anything, and he didn't. He didn't lift a finger. Um, it's crazy. Rain tries to get him, but LA Knight gets a BFT on him, lays him out in the ring and stuff. And Solo and LA Knight, fist up, get out of there. But they look at Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is in the corner, does not do anything. Um, it's interesting how this bloodline storyline is going. They're bringing every component back. So they're not going to bring Sammy back. They're just going to keep it with the family. That's it. Um, we'll see what goes on with this. It's Roman and LA Knight for the title. We all think eventually. Not sure when that's going to happen at the pay per view, possibly. Um, but this could be also setting up for the Survivor Series match they have for this year too. I know it's a little early, but it's the only group right now that they can do it. Have Roman, Jacob, and the Usos, so that's four. So they need one more. Who are they gonna go bring up? Are they gonna bring up Zilla Fatu? from NXT to help him out. That's a possibility. Um, but not sure. You got LA Knight and you got um, Solo. Probably Royce Keys is going to be the third. Now, the two other ones, um, I don't know. There could be a few different ones. It could be really interesting, and you could take the Tongans from SmackDown. That would be interesting because you're gonna get Ming there, and that ties in with the old and the new. Um, but we'll see. I think that's a good possibility. That's going to be the 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. I definitely think so, and I don't think Roman is going to win this one because uh, Jacob Fatu could just say "fuck this shit" and take out Roman, because he's tired of it. We will see. That was a good Raw. The last segment was good, not the strongest. I do agree with some people. It's not the best. Bloodline, one thing that I got one, but hey, it's going. Um, Definitely loved the tournament. Um, I think next week is going to be the semifinals and the finals. It could be brother against brother to see who get it. It's a very good chance. So, hope you enjoy that. Gotta watch some of NXT tonight and finish tomorrow, and I'll get the recap on that, and then I'll be able to watch SmackDown and do a recap this week because a little less hectic this week because we got nothing going on Saturday as normal except work. So, enjoy that. Please, if you have the ability, follow us on YouTube, Patreon. Thanks for everybody that just started following us. And then go on to our sponsors, NordVPN, Serious Syrups, which are wonderful. Check them all out. We'll have more posts about that and some more videos about both of them, at least the syrup one, because, just wait. We'll be talking about that. We'll have some fun with that. So, till my next recap, you guys have a good one. Bye bye.